I'm sure we can all recall a time when we were younger, or maybe as an adult, where you go into a shop or somewhere where you find something which you shouldn't touch, but you really, really want to. Such as some sort of display or glassware which is quite sensitive and fragile, but you're told, no, don't touch it. And then 10-year-old me is like, well, I want to touch it anyway. I don't know about you, but if there was a sign that said don't touch, and then I touched it, my mum would absolutely crucify me. And it's those things that will teach you a life lesson at the end of the day. But there are some people that go a little bit too far. Something which they know they shouldn't do, but do it anyway because they're absolute dicks. So, today we are talking about that time a guy, for some strange reason, decided to punch a painting worth over $10 million. Hello! Welcome to Brain Spill, the laziest show on the internet. My name is Tank, and we are talking about the very strange decision that was made by a 49-year-old man called Andrew Shannon. This man decided that on the 29th of June 2012 that he would visit the National Gallery in Ireland to, of course, view the artwork displayed for all to see. This gallery has some of the most expensive and well-known art pieces in the world, including the Argenteuil Basin with a single sailboat by Claude Monet. Monet lived in Argenteuil on the outskirts of Paris in 1871 to 1878. During this period, he fitted out a boat as a floating studio and painted many views of the River Seine and its banks, hence the creation of this piece amongst others. This picture is held in such high regards today that it is valued at an amount of over $10 million. That's a lot of money, just in case you're wondering. On display in the National Gallery in Ireland. And yes, I know that I could sit here and go on and explain the significance of this painting and its background, but I know the real reason you're all here. Angry man punches painting. That's a newspaper headline, people. So, let's get back to the culprit at hand of the paint-smashing Andrew Shannon. He decided to wander into the gallery and walked around a bit before looking at the 140-year-old painting by Monet, bearing in mind that this painting is worth $10 million and is not protected by, well, anything from the looks of it. It's not partitioned off, no glass protector over the painting, just free for anyone to do anything they wanted to it. Which immediately raises a few questions. The fact that you have a $10 million painting just hanging on a wall with nothing to stop people from coming and vandalising it. I mean, surely the insurance premiums alone are absolutely ridiculous, knowing that there's little to no security. So, Andrew walks in and seemingly appears to look at Caravaggio's Taking of Christ, one of the most valuable and famous paintings in the state. To then, well, basically, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, decides it would be a swell idea to, in a fit of anger, punch the painting we're talking about and then collapse to the floor. What? And this all happened despite the fact that he is on camera, and also there are many witnesses around to witness this happening. I have absolutely no idea what this man was thinking, but if we investigate into this a little bit further, we might be able to just find out the answer. However, following the incident, he would claim that he was feeling faint and accidentally crashed his fist through a painting worth $10 million. Accidentally, of course. Immediately following the accident, he would reportedly speak to some New Zealand tourists, where he explained to them that he had a heart condition, in which that's why he fell over, and formed a fist when he fell against the painting. But anyway, he was treated at the site and was apparently okay, with his vitals reading as completely normal. So, obviously, regardless of whether he did genuinely collapse on the floor or whether this was an excuse, he was hauled off to jail and then eventually in front of a court. Because of course he did. He just punched a painting worth $10 million. Consultant surgeon Nicholas Walcott gave evidence in the trial that in July 2013, Mr. Shannon underwent a quadruple heart bypass and that he had 90% blockage in 3 vessels of the heart, with one completely blocked. But the judge was not entirely convinced of this. When he was told by opposition expert evidence that only about 1% of people with the heart condition would actually experience dizzy spells, and that if he fell, he would have simply stayed down instead of, well, getting back on his feet immediately afterwards. Now, we're going to play a game. There is a word of the day here, and if you can guess it right, I'm going to give you a free carrot. Now, the word of the day and the clue here is the fact that the hearing took only 90 minutes for a verdict to be brought. That verdict was a guilty verdict. And for anyone that guessed the word bullshit, ding ding ding, you are correct, and you will get your carrot in 3 to 5 business days. Congratulations. I would have absolutely loved to have been a fly on the wall during this, as the prosecutor only needed to likely show the evidence of the CCTV to show exactly what happened, and the way he fell, and how he somehow naturally formed a fist and punched it against the wall before collapsing. You know, as most normal people do when they just have a heart attack. And then immediately get back on his feet. Because that's a medical miracle, people. Judge Martin Nolan jailed Andrew Shannon, who had 48 previous convictions, who was jailed for 6 years with a suspended final 15 months on strict conditions, including that he was not allowed to enter a gallery or any other public institution where paintings were displayed. My question is, why on earth was there a convicted felon in a gallery in the first place? I mean, what could he possibly benefit from being in there? Maybe he is genuinely an art connoisseur, or the more likely scenario is that he just gets a thrill out of punching paintings that are worth millions of dollars. I'll let you be the judge of that. This is the real kicker here. Something which I didn't mention before was that when he was arrested, and this was brought up in the court case, the man had paint stripper on him. Yep, he had paint stripper on his person in a gallery for some strange reason, looking at painting. I can't think of any other real genuine reason why you would have paint stripper unless you were going to decide to strip paint in an art gallery. This is just so mind-boggling that you decided to plant evidence on yourself to incriminate you. I mean, this guy is probably not the smartest criminal we've ever heard. The reason why he was in the gallery in the first place actually probably won't surprise you, because I found out a little bit more information about this guy. It seems that after some further investigation into his past, it was revealed that he actually had a previous involvement with the art community. Be it on the basis that he was a convicted felon for the theft of art pieces, mind you, where 48 valuable pieces of art, literature and antiques was discovered in his home in West Dublin. Shannon was a big threat to society. He has a corrupt perversion on the mind, a complete sociopath. He never gave a motive for attacking the Monet, but spite played a big part in it. He wanted to get back at the state. He would have had the opinion, if I can't have it, then no one else will have it. So, I know what you're asking. What's happened to the painting? Has it got a giant fist hole in the middle? Well, it did for a time, but they managed to actually restore it somehow. And it's simply being put back up on display for everyone to enjoy once more. And how much did this all cost? I have no idea, but the fact that it is now in a brain spill video, you know that it was worth every penny. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to be notified as soon as I upload my next video, be sure to hit the bell button. And if you've got any ideas for what topics you'd like me to discuss next, let me know down in the comments below. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description. I have one comment and one comment only at the end of this entire saga, and you can think what you want to this, but technically I'm not wrong. Yes, you can't punch an NFT. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fantastic.